On this video, I'm going to talk about the UberXL requirements. Nothing else left to say? Let's get into it. Here are the vehicle requirements for UberXL. Remember, UberXL is a tier above UberX. So all the driver requirements and the vehicle requirements that apply to normal Uber apply to you, plus these ones. So the model must be 2002 or newer. Remember, this changes year to year as they want your car to be in the newest condition possible. 4 doors, seats and seatbelts for a driver, and 6 passengers. That's the big one. That's the big thing. As we all know, UberXL can fit more people and more stuff. No cosmetic damage, no salvage or rental vehicles, no commercial branding or taxi color paint jobs, and lastly, no large passenger vans or commercial trucks. Now, going here to this to me is a big win-win that I will talk about a little bit later in this video. But you may be wondering, okay, well, I have a car, I have a van that qualifies for UberXL. Can I get both UberX and UberXL trips? This is what's awesome. Yes, just like with UberX, drivers that are closest to a rider will get the UberXL trip request. If there are no UberXL requests in your area, you will still receive UberX requests. But remember, you will only receive UberXL pricing when getting matched with UberXL trips. Lastly, this is the vehicle list showing you all the vehicles and which each one qualifies for. Now, I would suggest looking at the year 2. This also depends area to area. It does vary. Like right now I'm in Austin, Texas. So when I search on Uber, it defaults to like Dallas or Austin. However, when I'm in LA, it defaults to LA. So I do suggest checking this just to make sure, because some cities, which is kind of odd, some cities have different requirements in terms of your vehicle. Like there's more things you have to do, whatever, and that also includes the year. So in some areas, if your car is old, it does not qualify. But if you're in another area with that same vehicle and same year, it also does qualify. Kind of weird. When it comes to driving for Uber, and especially making the most amount of money you can, remember, UberXL trips pay way more than regular Uber trips, and for the most part, you're not really doing anything different. That's why, like, say if you're looking to get into Uber and you're like, hey Mark, I have a van, do you think Uber's worth it? I'm way more likely to suggest driving for Uber for somebody who has a van or an XL vehicle than a regular vehicle, because as you saw, you could still do both. I mean, hey, there may be some nights on a Friday night where you're like, well, I'm doing only UberX rides. However, though, you still have that vehicle just in case you do get an XL ride. And the good part about XL rides is you're not doing anything extra, like I said. You go to a location, and let's say it's a 5-mile ride, just to make that up. You pick people up, drive 5 miles, drop them off. That scenario is the exact same whether it's UberX or UberXL. And as you can imagine, if let's say you were doing an UberXL trip, let's say there's 5 people in your van or 6 people in your van, well, hey, you're now making way more money for the same exact ride and same exact distance you would have to drive in a normal UberX ride. UberXL is a great option. Overall, the 2 things Uber really cares about is 1, the vehicle age, of course, and 2, and I know this sounds stupid to say, but they just want to make sure that your vehicle can fit more than a regular UberX ride. UberXL is a great option for any Uber driver.